Have changed when the sun begins to fade. A lighted path by the setting sun, like shimmering glass upon the sea. Oftentimes we stand amazed the side before our gaze. Hand in hand we walk along. We've seen it all before. Is it just a memory? Reflections of a golden sea, that our lives we move away. Sweet memories, hold on to your memories. Moonlit night on the silent shore, I cry these tears no more. The stars, they shine before our eyes, like specks of diamonds across the sky. On borrowed wings we go, leaving behind the pot of gold. Hand in hand we move along. We've seen it all before. it's not far down to paradise. At least it's not for me. And if the wind is right, you can sail away and find tranquility. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe in me. It's not far to Never Never Land. No reason to pretend. And if the wind is right, you can find the joy of innocence again. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe in me. Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it could be. Just a dream we can carry me, and soon I will be free. Fantasy, it gets the best of me when I'm sailing, all caught up in the reverie. Every word is a symphony. Won't you believe in me? Sailing, it takes me away to where I've always heard it could be. Just a dream we can carry me, and soon I will be free. It's not far back to sanity. At least it's not for me. And when the wind is right, you can sail away and find serenity. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Won't you believe in me? Sailing, it takes me away to where I've always heard it could be. Just a dream we can carry me. Soon I will be free.
a time when we must say goodbye and hope that someday we will meet again. Throughout the years we've become friends, and the bond will never end. But for now we have to go our separate ways. The memory of today and all the days we've had before are locked into our minds. Another time to explore. A chapter in our lives has suddenly come to an end. A new one to begin till we see one another again. Years have come and gone, and I know it won't be long before it seems like a few more have slipped away. When I remember you, will my name just ring a bell? Maybe we will sit and reminisce a while. To think there was a time we thought this day would never come. We could hardly wait to see. Now it's time for you and me to go our separate ways and be all that we can be. Our lives before us now, let's make the best of it somehow. There often comes a time when we must say goodbye and hope that someday we will meet again. Throughout the years we've become friends, and the bond will never end. But for now we have to go our separate ways. The memory of today and all the days we've had before are locked into our minds. Another time to explore. A chapter in our lives has suddenly come to an end. A new one to begin till we see one another again. Till we see one another again. Till we see one another. Nani wale kualoa I ka lauloa I ke aiwa ewa o ke kumu palila A me mokuli I ualana I ke kai Mahalo au I ka nani a o kualoa Mahalo au I ka nani a o kualoa Ka'awa I ka lihine he I ke kai E nane a e au I ke one kahakai Pākolona he ke ahe holo pali Oha oha I ka malua o ka awa Oha oha I ka malua o ka awa Ai ala ka hana ulu vehi vehi O ai ia e na pali anu hea I ke ani malua lua ki I vai Ho o hihi ka I ke na o ka hana Ho o hihi ka I ke na o ka hana Una lu'u I ka holuna pe o ka niu Ona ona I ka pua o ka hina anō Ki hapa e pua ulu mai e hie Hano hano e ka lai
Aloha, my name is Rachel Pai,
And my name is Jenny Nguyen.
and we are deeply honored to welcome you to the 2024 University of Hawaii Willed Body Memorial Service. It is our great privilege to be able to honor the individuals who have donated their bodies in order to enrich our medical education. As students, we are humbled by their generous gift to us and are looking forward to recognizing and celebrating each of those individuals today.
Our silent teachers made the gracious decision to immensely support our education and training by donating an irreplaceable and priceless possession, themselves. They tremendously contribute to building a strong foundation in our comprehension of the human body that will indefinitely accompany us moving forward as future physicians. Beyond their guidance in anatomy and physiology, our silent teachers have their own stories with cherished memories that live on inside of us. They left a true legacy that allows us to give thought to the course of life and our way of living.
The gift that our silent teachers have given us is an extraordinary one. The opportunity to move beyond textbook anatomy illustrations into a tangible experience of what makes each individual unique and the incredible intricacies of how the human body functions. The profound and intimate experience that each of our silent teachers have given us is reflective of these individuals' enduring generosity, sincerity, and selflessness, and we will always remember them as among the most important teachers we encountered throughout our medical school journeys.
There are no words that can describe how much these individuals have positively impacted our lives. They have been outstanding teachers as well as influential companions during medical school. These individuals have bestowed an incredible honor on us by creating an incomparable experience. We are filled with gratitude by their benevolent choice that enables us to continue our path in medicine with a deeper sense of appreciation and obligation.
On behalf of the JAPSOM community, we would like to thank you for joining us today to remember and commemorate each of these individuals. We are endlessly grateful to each and every silent teacher who has provided us with this unforgettable gift. Now, to start our service, please join us in a prayer led by our chaplain.
Would you please join me in a moment of silence in memory of our loved ones, friends, and silent teachers who have died? We pause to remember their name, their face, their voice, and everything that made them special to us, the memory and love that binds them to us. We come together as people of many walks of life, many traditions and faith. What unites us today is the love and gratitude for our family members and friends who have died. We ask for blessings for this memorial service and for everyone who is connected online today. We give thanks for our loved ones and silent teachers who died. We're grateful for the love we have received from them and for the knowledge they provided for students and learners and the future of healthcare. May the powers that guide and protect us and those that we each believe in bring us comfort and strength. May we be surrounded by love and compassion and connected in peace. So be it. Amen.
Aloha. My name is Aljay Karnate, and I'm a current student in the Imi Ho'ola Post-Baccalaureate program. It is with great honor and pleasure to speak on behalf of the Imi Ho'ola class of 2024. First and foremost, we would like to give our deepest gratitude and appreciation to all the silent teachers and their families. We cannot thank you enough for the generous donation of their bodies, as they have given us an educational experience that no textbook or video can offer. It is truly a privilege to work closely with our silent teachers and learn not just the intricacies, but also the beauty of the human body. I remember when Dr. Suhako asked our class if any of us had any dissecting experience. A handful of us raised our hands. She asked if any of us have ever dissected a human body. No one raised their hands. She was thrilled with excitement, knowing that it was going to be all of our first time dissecting a human body, and she reminded us that it was going to be an invaluable learning experience. She was definitely right about that. During our first time in our anatomy lab, Steve allowed us to meet our silent teachers. Since he was not expecting us, he did not have their information ready, but he was able to provide us with their names. Questions spiraled through our heads. What did they do for a living? How many kids did they have? How old are they? Were they married? What was their cause of death? Steve promised he would give us their information in the next class, and sure enough, we learned about the wonderful lives that our silent teachers had. As we worked with them, we learned more about them through the stories that their bodies told. They soon became part of our Imi Ho'ola Ohana, and with the utmost respect and dignity, we continued to learn from our silent teachers. They gave us a unique perspective of the human body, showing us how thick and large blood vessels can be, how soft and delicate the lungs are, and how complex and powerful the human heart is. We would never be able to obtain such a unique perspective if it weren't for our silent teachers. As the school year comes to an end, we would like to say mahalo nui loa to all the silent teachers and their loved ones. We are so thankful for the time that we have had with our silent teachers. It is truly beautiful to know that even after their life on earth, our silent teachers continue to serve our communities through their donations, helping to educate and solidify the learning of medical students and professionals. The profound knowledge that our silent teachers have given unto us will continue to guide our learning in medical school and beyond as future physicians. Thank you.
Aloha. My name is Jeanette Baukeola, and I am a first-year medical student here at the University of Hawaii John A. Burns School of Medicine. I want to start off by thanking you all for your continued support of the Willed Bodied program. Your loved ones, our silent teachers, have given us the invaluable gifts of knowledge, compassion, and altruism through their donations. Over the past 2 years, I've had the privilege of learning from our silent teachers in our program. Once as a student in the Imi Ha'ola Post-Baccalaureate program in 2023, and now as a current medical student. And reflecting back on my experience, I can confidently say that there is no substitute which compares to learning anatomy and physiology from our donors. The Willed Body program has provided us with an invaluable opportunity to learn in a hands-on manner about the fundamental anatomy concepts that we've previously only been exposed through lectures or readings, while also compelling us to learn how to care for the whole person. We devote each class period to being attentive, receptive, and reverent towards our silent teachers, as if they were our own family. Despite attending multiple anatomy sessions over the years, I am still overwhelmed with gratitude and reverence each time I set foot into the lab. From the moment they were placed into our care, our silent teachers have been treated with the utmost respect, and their donation has compelled us to learn how to provide patient-centered care that's rooted in empathy. I think it speaks volumes that in their final moments, your loved ones chose to further the field of medicine by educating the next generation of physicians on the complexity of the human body and the sanctity of human life. I know I speak on behalf of all of my classmates when I can attest that in their final sacrifice, your loved ones have solidified their legacy as selfless, righteous individuals. And this legacy will continue to be perpetuated on through us as we go forth and serve our future patients. On behalf of the class of 2027, I would like to extend our sincerest mahalo to you all for entrusting us with your family members for as long as we were so gracious as to have them. I feel honored to have embarked on my medical school journey with your loved ones and hope that you will continue to support the Willed Body program in the future. Now, I know you all have borne the weight of wanting to say goodbye to your loved ones, but I hope you can take comfort in knowing that they have given us a knowledge that we will carry with us for the rest of our lives. Their spirits will continue to live on through us as we go forth and apply the skills to protect and preserve the lives of all of our future patients. Mahalo.
Na ke aloha e kau kalei ku poli Na uku makana aloha e Ke aina e pula mamai I loko kunau Na ke akua e malamama love I wear upon my chest. This is my gift of love for you from this land that has nurtured me, 'cause it remains here in my heart, cared forever by God. ke aku ai malamamau E aku aloha ia oko Here is my love for all of you All of you Aku ai malamamau Here is my love E aku aloha Here is my love For all of you
Aloha, and thank you all for joining us here for the 2024 World Body Memorial Service. My name is Ryan Nakamura, and I am a second-year medical student here at the John A. Burns School of Medicine. And on behalf of the class of 2026, we would like to express how profoundly grateful we are to our silent teachers and their loved ones. This selfless act has not only touched my life, but the lives of countless others in the medical community and beyond. Over the last 2 years, we've had the distinct honor of working with our silent teachers, and they, in a sense, really become our first patients we see in medical school. With reverence and respect, we approach the study of anatomy guided by the realization that behind every structure lies a story, a life lived with joys, sorrows, and triumphs. It is here where we find such deep appreciation for the ultimate gift. It's a gesture that extends far beyond the confines of individual existence, offering future generations of healthcare professionals the opportunity to learn, to grow, and ultimately to heal. After a lifetime of contributions to society, our silent teachers made a selfless decision to contribute to the medical education even after their passing. Their legacies will live on with me and all of my classmates for the rest of our careers, and their legacies will have a lasting impact on the future of our community. Your loved one's gift and generosity truly transcends words, and it is with utmost sincerity that we convey our appreciation to you all. Prior to medical school, I spent a year working with the Department of Anatomy and the World Body Program, and I can say with the highest regard that this program really is so special. Many medical students and medical schools around the continent and throughout the world hold memorial services for their silent teachers much in the same as we do. But here at JABSOM, it is so special because of the relationships we're able to forge with our silent teachers and their loved ones and the community. I remember very clearly the very first day our class stepped foot in the anatomy lab. We stood at the foot of the table and we gathered around our silent teacher. We learned their names and had the realization that our silent teachers were not just there to teach us the anatomy, but they were also there to teach us respect, professionalism, and emotional maturity. I stood there in deep reflection, and I looked around to my classmates, and they all kind of nodded and gestured towards me with understanding. It was like we all knew that the person who lay in front of us had wisdom beyond their years and the wisdom of 1,000 textbooks, and they were ready to teach us everything that they had to offer. Beyond the classroom, the generosity of body donation fosters a deeper understanding of the human connection. Working with our silent teachers teaches us to approach each patient with empathy and compassion, recognizing the inherent dignity and worth in every individual. In closing, we want to express our heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to you and your loved ones for the profound impact you've had on our medical education. Though words may fail to fully capture the depth of our gratitude, please know that your generosity will forever be cherished and remembered. Mahalo.
Aloha, families and friends. My name is Bernadette Alarcon, and I'm a professor at the John A. Burns School of Medicine. It's my honor to welcome you to this year's Will Body ceremony and to show our appreciation for the donors whom we call our silent teachers. I teach anatomy, one of the most important courses in the education of medical students, because it's the basis for many other courses to understand how our body is constructed and how it's affected by injuries and diseases. The study of anatomy is combined with dissection of the human body and is made possible by the donors to the Willed Body Program. While they were living, donors made the selfless choice to give themselves after passing to enable others to learn. I can't say enough what an immensely generous act it is to serve as a silent teacher. Through dissection, students can study various structures like organs and tissues, learn the intricate ways they're arranged in the body, and grasp the differences that make us unique from one another. The hands-on experience of dissection is precious. It's not something that can be gained from reading textbooks or watching computer models. Directly observing, touching, and dissecting make a huge difference in the understanding of the human body. As future medical doctors, our students attain the knowledge from their silent teachers that will enable them to make a diagnosis, examine X-ray images, perform surgeries, and many other ways to help their patients. I now just want to take a moment to tell you about my own experience with my silent teacher. Back in 2006, I began to study anatomy here at the medical school. Each of us was assigned a silent teacher. I was told that my teacher's first name was Joan. That it was her real name. As it turned out, this is common practice at our school. Just knowing the real name of the person started to create a connection between me and my silent teacher. In the following months, I spent many hours working with Joan and learning from her. I often wondered about her and what her life must have been like. When I studied her fingers, I thought they must have held the hands of people she cared about. When I studied her taste buds, I imagined the foods she liked to eat with family and friends. When I studied her heart, I imagined her happiness or sadness affecting its rhythm. 7 years after working with Joan, I began teaching anatomy to medical students. I pass on what I've learned. In a way, Joan has taught not only me, but also the many students who have taken my course. I now witness students learning valuable lessons from their own silent teachers. I see how excited students get as they comprehend the complexity of the valves of the heart, how they allow blood to pass in the right direction so that each heartbeat can send out oxygen to the entire body very efficiently. I see how thrilled students get as they follow a long nerve fiber from the neck down into the chest cavity to understand that nerve fiber tells the diaphragm to contract so we can breathe in air. With all of these experiences and knowledge attained from their silent teachers, students will become skilled doctors who can help the wider community. We are grateful for the sacrifice, generosity, and love of our silent teachers and their families. Mahalo.
Aloha, my name is Brittany Sato, and I am a JABSOM alumna from the class of 2023, currently in my first year of pathology residency here in Hawaii. I've been fortunate to have had 3 years of anatomy and working with our silent teachers during my time in the Imi Ho'ola Post-Baccalaureate program and in medical school. I would like to take this time to reflect what the Willed Bodies program means to me and how it has impacted my career trajectory. I remember being so nervous when I learned that we would be working with our silent teachers because I did not have any background anatomy and physiology experience. For students like myself, our silent teachers were in the sense, the first patient some of us were responsible for. We learned their first name, their age, and little important facts about them, like if they had any hobbies, what their line of work was, or their favorite food. For my anatomy group, our silent teacher was our year-long patient, and we took that very seriously. We would greet them at the beginning of our anatomy sessions and bid them goodbye as we left for the day, making sure everything was cleaned and in proper place before leaving the lab. A lot of what was covered in our anatomy lectures was reinforced in the lab when we worked with our silent teachers to find and identify specific anatomical structures. I remember feeling a sense of pride whenever our anatomy group was able to isolate important structures like the phrenic nerve, which plays a vital role in our ability to breathe, keeping the brachial plexus intact, which controls movement and sensation in our hands and fingers, so that we could study from those structures and our classmates could also reference it for their own dissections. We spent hours learning about anatomy from our silent teachers to really understand how the human body is organized in 3 dimensions and apply that to how the body works, which is something you just can't get from textbooks. For myself, being able to follow the route that blood follows through the 4 chambers of the heart and lungs really helps solidify how the cardiopulmonary system works. We also were able to see variations in the anatomy of our silent teachers, variations that they probably did not know they had, like an accessory spleen or an absent minor leg muscle. Our silent teachers went beyond helping us learn human anatomy. We also refined our qualities of what it means to be a good physician, having compassion, empathy, and integrity. To quote basketball coach John Wooden, "The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching." And working with our silent teachers aided in our character building before working with our clinical patients. Our silent teachers couldn't advocate for themselves, so we students needed to treat them with the respect that they deserved in life and in death, and make sure that they were being cared for in their state. It wasn't until I had met medical students from other institutions that I realized how blessed we are here at JABSOM to have such a robust anatomy department, and it really is because of the Willed Bodies program and the selfless act that our silent teachers performed by having donated their bodies for our learning. For myself, my time in anatomy and working with our silent teachers has really impacted the way my career in medicine has gone. As I mentioned, I'm currently in pathology residency, and one aspect of my training is to learn how to diagnose disease processes in human tissue, and the foundation of that relies on my understanding of human anatomy and physiology that I have gained through working with our silent teachers. In pathology, I need to be able to identify what organ I'm examining and how it is oriented in the body, and what other structures are surrounding it, because it plays a role in making a diagnosis from the patient's surgical specimen and further understanding of how the disease can affect the patient. By rendering these diagnoses, we pathologists are able to provide information to the other members of the patient care team that will help guide the patient's treatment plan and prognosis. Another aspect of my residency training is performing post-mortem patient examinations for families who want to understand how their loved ones have passed. My time working with our silent teachers has instilled me with the confidence and knowledge of human anatomy so that I am able to perform these examinations and provide answers for their families. As I was writing up this speech, it made me reflect on my own class's Willed Bodies ceremony in 2019, when we were able to meet the friends and families of our silent teachers in person, and it really solidified what this program means to everyone involved. I remember being able to talk with the loved ones of our silent teachers and learn about who they were in life and what compelled them to become a silent teacher. And this is the reason for this ceremony, to recognize them and remember what they meant to all of us. To us medical students, they are our silent teachers, but to some of you, they were your spouses, your parents, your siblings, your aunts and uncles, and your friends. As a member of the JABSOM community, I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our silent teachers and their families and friends for their sacrifice. I'm truly grateful for our past and current silent teachers who are members of our communities that have invested in our education in hopes that we become better physicians and serve the people of Hawaii. I'd also like to express my gratitude to their families and friends for allowing us to learn from and care for your loved ones until they are returned to you. We are better medical students and physicians because of you all. Mahalo nui loa.
A warm aloha to all of you who are watching from home. My name is Anke Flor. I am a hospital chaplain and director of Pacific Health Ministry. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this sacred time with you. A time of remembering and grieving, a time of honoring your loved ones. When we talk about grief and remembrance this year here in Hawaii, we're talking about our personal grief and also grieving as a community after the devastating wildfires in Maui in August, which killed, as far as we know, 101 residents and thousands lost their homes. This happened on top of dealing with COVID pandemic for several years, which took so many lives. The last 4 years have changed us needing to respond to so much grief in our personal lives and as a community. We're trying to figure out how to live with grief, broken hearts, anguish, and a lingering heaviness. I asked one of the family members, Alice, whose husband was a silent teacher just a few years ago, what she found helpful in her time of grief. And Alice said, "What I think family members need to hear is how gigantically grateful the medical students are to receive the splendid gift of knowledge that is provided by this program. It's knowledge that they can get no other way." Alice continued to explain how much she was comforted by the fact that the medical resident had looked up Alice's husband, the silent teacher, to see what he had done in his life, and that he, Alice's husband, was more than just a body, but an entire human being who had contributed to life in the ways that he did. Alice appreciated so much that the medical resident built this respectful relationship with her teacher. Alice said, "As the wife of one of those teachers, I'm extremely comforted by the terminology of silent teacher." I hope that all of you who are watching today have this sense of comfort, like Alice described it. A sense that your loved one is deeply respected and honored as a silent teacher. Comfort in knowing that what your loved ones have done for others is changing the future of healthcare. Their gift of themselves is touching many lives and brings healing to individuals and families. This week, a close friend of mine is going through complex surgeries related to cancer. I know she is in good hands, because the surgeons have learned from their silent teachers, your loved ones. As a hospital chaplain, I have sat and prayed and waited with many families through surgeries and procedures. This week, it is a bit different. I'm the friend. I'm a family member myself. I'm waiting anxiously for the surgeon to report after surgery. What helps me is that I trust in the medical teams. I know they do their very, very best to save lives and restore health and well-being, because they have learned from their very first patient how to do it. And this very first patient is your loved one. Thank you. Each of our loved ones is leaving a lasting legacy, improving health and lives of others. Having gone through the COVID pandemic, we all know how important research and innovation are. Your loved ones are now part of it. As we heard in the touching stories from the medical students before, your loved ones have not only advanced medicine, but also instilled deep respect compassion and gratitude in the medical practice of each doctor. Your loved ones inspired them to connect with the person behind illness or injury and deliver compassionate healthcare filled with empathy and careful listening. Building caring relationships is so important in healthcare. I hope all of this brings you comfort on your grief journey. Grief is love, says Marissa Renee Lee in her new book about living with loss. Grief is love, meaning love does not die. It cannot be taken away, even if your loved ones are no longer with us here on earth. The love is still here. I hope that you continue to feel their love and feel the connection. And perhaps you will let your loved one shine through you in the way you live your life. Grief is love. May you have the courage to live your loved one's legacy. Yesterday, I returned from Maui, supporting the ongoing disaster recovery efforts. As many of you know, the community has pulled together in many ways in response to this tragedy. One example last Saturday was the launch of the Interfaith Alliance Maui, a remembrance gathering of many, representing Hawaiian spirituality, Judaism, Buddhism, Christianity, and others. This was a community response to grief. The desire to be united in this time of grief and rebuilding, affirming that there is more that unites us than divides us, recognizing that reaching out to one another and standing with one another is an important way of creating light in difficult and dark times. The focus was on strength and joy in diversity, and that we are all connected, here on earth and beyond. We are connected. Grief is love in our personal lives and as a community. Coming together as a diverse community for support is what we do today as well in this memorial service. Sharing unconditional love, compassion, gratitude, and aloha freely is a way to honor the life and the legacy of your loved ones, our silent teachers, today and always. I would like to close with a few lines from the interfaith ceremony on Maui, a way to be connected with them. They cited from the famous peace prayer of St. Francis of Assisi. Make us instruments of your peace. Where there is hatred, let us bring love and aloha. Where there is discord, let us bring unity. Where there is despair, let us bring hope. Where there is darkness, let us bring light. Grant that we may not so much seek to be consoled as to console others, to be loved as to love others. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in forgiving that we are forgiven, and it is in dying that we are awakened to eternal life. May peace be with you.
This concludes the presentation portion of the memorial service. This will be followed by a video of the canoe scattering service for those donors who have chosen that option. Once again, a Nui Nui Canoe Club has graciously donated the use of their canoes for the scattering service. This has been a rough couple of years for the Willed Body Program staff, our donors, and their families. While the Willed Body Program is currently open and accepting new donors, we had twice in the last 5 years where we had to close the program for a few months. When we close the program, it keeps people who've been signed up to be body donors from being able to donate their bodies. Some of these donors have been signed up for decades, and at no fault to their own, they weren't able to come into the program. The Willed Body Program is currently open and accepting donors, And while we are hopeful that it'll stay that way, the reality is we just don't know what the future will hold. We are strongly encouraging our families and donors to come up with an alternative solution in case we do have to close in the future. I'd like to acknowledge the amazing ohana of the Willed Body program, a team that we've had together for many years, led by Mari Kuriyama-Tan, the program administrator, Lee Labrash, the program assistant, Michelle Tom, the administrative officer, and Dr. Takashi Matsui, our department chair. We would like to thank those donors, families in the community for their continued support and understanding. On behalf of the University of Hawaii, the John A. Burns School of Medicine, the staff and administration of the Willed Body program, and our medical students who put on this beautiful memorial service, from all of us, mahalo.
I want to recognize the immense sacrifice that you and your loved one has made to further our understanding of the human body, community, and true service. Time with our silent teachers is a constant reminder of the selfless decision to donate to the Willed Body program. Throughout my medical education, I have never learned more from a single individual. I'm grateful for the opportunity to care for your loved one, and their sacrifice and legacy will live on through generations of physicians in Hawaii, including me.
During our sessions, I've been able to gain a clearer understanding of how life and aging affects us on the inside and outside of our bodies. This experience has been much more emotional than I initially expected, and I'm deeply grateful for the silent teachers and you, the families. Mahalo.
I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to not only our silent teachers, but also their families for sacrificing and allowing us to learn from your loved ones. It really does complete our education. We spend so much of our time looking at computers and learning from books, but this just reminds us of the real people that we'll be serving one day, and I really do think that this experience will make me a better physician in the future. So every time I treat a patient, I will be thinking about you and your loved one. Thank you for helping me to get to where I am today.
I just want to say thank you to not only our silent teachers, but to all of their loved ones as well. I think our learning in medical school is most rewarding when we work with patients in our community, including our silent teachers. So I just want to say that we are all very grateful for this opportunity.
I'm so thankful for the sacrifice that my silent teacher and their families have made. It's been a real privilege to work alongside them, and they serve as a constant reminder of the responsibility that I have as a future physician to not only understand the intricacies of the human body, but also remember the humanistic aspects of it. It's the type of care that our patients and their family deserves. So it's with that I'll forever cherish the lessons that they have given me, and I hope to honor their memory through diligent and compassionate care of my future patients.
Thank you to you, the families, for allowing us students to not only allow us the ability to learn from your loved ones, but also to give us the responsibility of taking care of your loved ones. As much as we've learned from our silent teachers in these past couple months, we will also be able to carry on the respect and the dignity that we give our silent teachers each session, and we'll carry that on into the respect and dignity that we will be able to provide each patient that we work with from here on out. So thank you and mahalo for your sacrifice and for allowing us to learn from your loved ones.
Learning in anatomy lab has been a truly invaluable experience for me, where I not only learn about all of the bones and muscles in the body, but I really learned the story that each and every one of my patients hold. So thank you again for you and your loved one's sacrifice.
I wanted to thank the silent teachers and their families for making such a significant contribution and donation to our medical education. I feel like they really taught us a lot about anatomy and medicine in general, but more importantly, they taught us a lot about really understanding the stories behind our patients. And I know as we continue to go through medical school and become physicians within the community, this is going to be an invaluable skill and lesson to have as we cross paths with many different patients from many different backgrounds with their own unique stories.
It has been an incredible honor to learn from our silent teachers. They are teaching us more about the human body and life than any textbook ever could. They're actively making us better physicians, but more importantly, they're making us better people. We will honor their sacrifice and carry their legacy with us for the rest of our practice.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank you and your loved one for donating to the Willed Body program. I can confidently say that I've learned much more about the human body from our silent teachers than any other class. We will continue to utilize everything they've taught us, and please know that they will continue to help us and the many future patients we will serve. Thank you very much once again.
Hi, thank you so much for the sacrifices that you and your family have made for the benefit of my classmates and I. Coming into JABSOM, there's been so many different things that we've learned, but there's simply certain things that we can't learn in a classroom, and it's because of the sacrifices that you and your family have made that we're able to learn things like compassionate care and the respect of patients. And these are simply things you can't learn in a textbook. So again, it is because of the sacrifices that patients like you and the families of these patients that we are able to be effective and compassionate doctors for our patients in the future.
So for me and my classmates, working with the silent teachers, for many of us, they were our first patients, and it was a once-in-a-lifetime learning experience that I think we'll never forget as we move into the rest of our careers. And I think we hope that we can take this gift that the silent teachers and their families gave to us and pay it forward to our future patients and their families. So thank you very much.
I just want to say thank you to my silent teacher and express my gratitude to their families for their immense sacrifice over the last year. Spending every week with my silent teachers not only taught me so much about human anatomy itself, but also how our lives and our stories are reflected through our bodies. Once again, I'm just so grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
I feel so thankful and privileged for all we have learned so far in anatomy and from our silent teachers. I'm so excited to take what I've learned from them into the communities we both love and to carry on their story for generations to come. Thank you for all your sacrifices and all you have done to help us continue to care for Hawaii to the best of our ability.
After each session of anatomy and time that we spend with our silent teachers, I like to end the lab with a moment of gratitude and time to say thank you to our silent teachers. And today I wanted to extend my gratitude and mahalo to our silent teachers as well as their families, each of you. Thank you for giving us the foundation that we need to continue building on our education to be physicians in the future one day. Thank you.
I'm so grateful for the gift that your loved one has given us for our education, and I'd like to take this moment to extend that gratitude to you, my silent teachers' loved ones, our silent teachers' loved ones, because you have also given a huge gift, and that is to put your grieving on pause before you're able to lay your loved one to rest. And for that, I'm so grateful. And that gratitude, I'm going to hold it in my heart as I continue to serve the community that my silent teacher lived in. So thank you.
I just wanted to extend a huge mahalo to all the families that were gracious enough in letting us learn from their loved ones. Your kupuna not only taught us, basic human anatomy and kind of built a strong scientific foundation, but, they also reminded us of the humanism of medicine that, we as physicians aren't there just to treat a disease, but, we're there to really heal and nurture the person as a whole. So, from all of us, we're so grateful for your guys' commitment to our learning. Thank you.
As I continue my medical education, it has been a great honor to be learning from some of the best physicians and teachers in Hawaii, including from our silent teachers. The Willed Body program and each and every one of the silent teachers has been crucial to my education about the human body and about the complexities that make us all so unique. This gift that was bestowed to me from my silent teacher is something that I wish to pay forward as a physician here in Hawaii.
I wanted to thank you for the amazing opportunity to work with not just our silent teacher, but all of the silent teachers. It's an invaluable experience, and I know it's not an easy decision to make. I think one of the main draws to becoming a physician is the ability to impact many through just one action, and our silent teachers and their families are a prime example of that. So thank you again, and I will take this with me.
Thank you so much for the sacrifice from you and your families for this amazing opportunity. After working with silent teachers for a couple of years now, I really do believe that being able to have this opportunity not only teaches us that everybody is unique and that diseases look different in everybody, but we also get to learn about the patient's stories and where they come from, and it really helps us to become really passionate and respectful people. So I really do believe that this sacrifice and this amazing gift will definitely help us become future compassionate doctors in the future.
Anatomy has been a great experience that's allowed me to solidify and apply what we've learned to actual patients. Every week feels like I'm getting to see glimpses into their lives and what they've gone through. I'm forever grateful. Thank you for donating to the Willed Body program.
I've been very lucky to work alongside our silent teachers for the past 2 years now, and each of their unique stories and lessons that they teach remind me of my passion for caring for the individual person and not just diseases. I'm deeply grateful for you and your loved ones for donating to the Willed Body program. Mahalo.
Good morning. Please join me in a prayer in your tradition. In this circle of love, in this circle of aloha, we are connected from heart to heart in our hearts with those who have gone before us. We will always remember them. We ask for blessings for these canoes and for the paddlers as they are taking the remains of our loved ones, the silent teachers, to the eternal resting place. We are grateful for each one of them. And we commit our loved ones now to the deep of the ocean and to the everlasting resting place of peace. May they rest in peace. And together we say, Aloha oi, until we meet again. Amen.